My parents dumped my grandma at my doorstep at 5:30 a.m. like she was trash so they could house their golden boy. A year later, they came back begging, but she wasn't the same burden anymore. I woke up to my phone buzzing. My neighbor Bruce. "Charles, your grandma's sitting outside your gate. Been there about 20 minutes?" I threw on clothes and ran outside. There she was. Grandma Lorraine, 75 years old, sitting on freezing concrete in the dark. Two busted suitcases next to her. One had a folded note shoved in the handle. She wasn't crying, just staring at the ground, hands shaking from the cold. My wife Violet helped me bring her inside while I grabbed the note. It said, "We figured this was best. Please understand." That's it. No names, no explanation. I pulled up my security footage. 5 a.m. Dad's SUV pulls up quietly. They help Grandma out, place the bags beside her, and drive off. No knock on my door, no phone call, just gone. I called them 21 times, not one answer. My brother Tyler needed their spare bedroom for his new baby, so instead of asking him to get a hotel for 2 weeks, they just erased her. When I finally drove to their house, Tyler was outside laughing with his wife Olivia, unloading a moving truck. My dad said it like it was nothing. "She's staying with you now, isn't she? What's the problem?" Mom chimed in. "Tyler and Olivia just had a baby. They needed stability. Your grandma was getting too difficult anyway. Always forgetting things, leaving the stove on." I stared at them. "You left a 75-year-old woman on frozen concrete before sunrise." Tyler shrugged. "Look, man, you're being dramatic. She wasn't happy here anyway." That's when I said it. "You all make me sick." Dad stood up. "Get out of my house." So we left, and I drove straight to the police station. I filed elder abandonment charges, gave them the security footage, the note, everything. Turned out Grandma had been giving them $1,200 a month from her Social Security for 3 years. Zero documentation, no repayment. The court hearing was fast. The judge looked at the evidence and said, "You dumped your 75-year-old mother on a sidewalk before dawn, then drained her fixed income for years. Guilty. $3,000 fine. 12 months probation. Restraining order." My dad snapped in the courtroom. "You're not my mother. No real mother would let her son be dragged into court." Grandma stood up, didn't yell, just looked him in the eye. "I raised a man who's standing next to me," she said. "You raised yourself into a corner." We brought her home. She settled into our spare room like she'd always lived there. My daughter Sophie started calling her roommate Lorraine. Over the next year, something shifted. Grandma wasn't the tired, quiet woman they dumped. She smiled more, laughed with Sophie, started cooking again. Then one night, she called us into the living room. She pulled out an envelope, legal documents, property deeds, bank statements. "I didn't tell anyone because I wanted to see how they treat me when I had nothing," she said. "Turns out Grandma owned land in Santa Cruz, had a silent share in an old restaurant, made smart investments for decades. Total net worth, $51 million, all under her maiden name. My dad never knew." She handed us another set of papers. "You two used to joke about opening a beach resort. You now own a 50-room property in Monterey. It's yours." We just sat there, speechless. "I don't want praise," she said quietly. "I just wanted to see who loved me when I thought I had nothing." We didn't quit our jobs, didn't make announcements. We kept it quiet, just like she did. Then one Saturday morning, exactly 1 year after they dumped her, the doorbell rang. My mom, holding a pie. Behind her, Dad and Tyler, all dressed up like they were going to church. Tyler was even wearing slacks. "We've been thinking about you," Mom said, forcing a smile. "About Lorraine. We miss our family." Dad jumped in. "Things were tense before. Everyone said things they regret." Tyler held up a photo album. "We brought pictures. Thought Grandma might want to see the baby again." Grandma stepped forward. Then she smiled, slow and sharp. "You didn't care when I was freezing on a sidewalk," she said. "But now you want to reconnect?" Nobody spoke. She nodded. "You can keep the pie. But the door stays closed." I shut it. Firm. Clean. Done. 2 weeks later, Tyler tried challenging Grandma's mental capacity in court. Said she wasn't fit to make financial decisions. We sent over APS records, medical notes, and the updated will she'd signed under legal supervision. Case thrown out in 5 days. Last I heard, Tyler's living in some studio apartment. My parents moved 2 towns over. Quiet. Low profile. Nobody in their church forgot what they did. Grandma's still with us. Still makes pancakes too thin and coffee too strong. Last week she handed me a sealed envelope. "Open it when I'm gone," she said. "Not before." I nodded. "The truth is, we already got everything that matters. Turns out when you treat people like trash, you don't get to dig through their estate later. And the ones who loved her when she had nothing, we got everything."